Okay. Good morning. So take one drop of lavender in your hand, or whatever oil you have handy, essential oil. Breathe into the hands and then open up the hands to breathe out. Sitting in your asana. Starting with lavender this morning. Lavender is good. It's a mood modulator, so it helps your mood in whatever direction you need it in. If you need to uplift, lavender helps you to lift the energy, lift your mood. If you need to calm down, it also helps you to calm down, fall asleep, quiet the mind. So using it in whatever way you need today. It's early morning, so if you feel like you need to lift your energy up, making that intention as you smell the oil. But just because it's the morning doesn't mean that you don't wake up with your mind already racing and going in all different directions. So you might need it today, this morning, to calm the mind down. Close your eyes. Let's take 5 more breaths. If you're not using the oil, hands can just be over the heart and feel the heart lift with each breath in. Long, deep breaths. As the belly fills up with breath, then the heart presses up. Hmm. 3 more deep breaths. One more breath. Rubbing the hands together, whatever's left of the oil, or just making your hands warm. And take it to the back of the neck. And rub that warmth through the oil to the back of the neck and into your shoulders. Give a little input and massage into the shoulders. Good. And then we're going to start on our back. So laying onto your back, feet are close to your hips, and open your feet as wide as your mat and drop your knees together. Take your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your belly. Close your eyes. Allow your elbows to drop and rest fully on the floor. Push into your feet and lift your hips up a little bit and untuck or tuck your tailbone. So move your tailbone up towards the ceiling and then sit your tailbone or your tush stuck down onto the floor. And I want you to take deep breaths into the belly and the chest. Eyes are closed. Take a few breaths here. Feeling our body on the floor. Notice your shoulders. Try to drop them and roll them back, pressing them into the mat underneath you. So you're not holding your shoulders up around your ears. Keep breathing into the hands. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Keep the mind quiet, focused on the breathing in your belly and in the chest. 2 more breaths. Good. Drop the hands away from the chest, alongside the body. Bring your feet back together. They're as wide as the hips. And when you reach your hands alongside your body, your fingertips can touch your heels. So that way you know that they're close to your hips and your feet are right underneath your knees. Going into a bridge pose, lift the hips up towards the ceiling, and then roll your shoulders underneath you. Interlace your fingers underneath the body. Try to press the palms of the hands together, and then press the hands into the mat strongly. Lift the hips up deeper. Trying to get the chest or the sternum towards the chin. Keep lifting the hips up. Take 2 deep breaths here. As you breathe in, the belly lifts up towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, the belly drops towards the back body. 1 more breath, breathing in, belly lifts up towards the ceiling. Breathing out, belly drops down. Release the hands so they come to the side, and slowly roll the back all the way down till you touch the hips to the floor. Let's do that one more time. Reaching the hips up towards the ceiling, finding your half, your bridge. Roll the shoulders underneath you so you can interlace the fingers underneath. Press the palms of the hands together and then press them together down into the mat. Hips rise up. Push your shoulders into the mat. Tuck your chin in towards your heart. You should feel some strength and some work in the hips and the tush, the back of the legs. Nice way to warm up the body with just this static pose. Static means that you're not moving, but the muscles are actively working. 1 more breath. Release the hands softly to the side, roll down. Move 1 vertebrae at a time till the hips drop to the floor. Bring your right knee in towards your heart. Lengthen the left leg straight up towards the ceiling. The foot is flexed and spread your toes. Keep pulling the right knee in towards your heart. Your fingers interlaced around the shin. Now point the toes of that lifted left leg and circles with your ankles in both directions. A couple times in one direction and then around in the other direction. Good. Point your toes, stop the circles, reach the leg out and down, lengthening the leg through the toes as you drop the leg all the way down. And it can touch the floor, and then flex the foot and bring the leg all the way up. Squeezing the muscles to the bone. Keep the foot flexed. And now point, reach through the toes. Make that leg longer as you slowly drop it towards the floor. This time, don't touch the floor. Let it hover over the floor. Stay here for 1 more breath. The heel is not touching. Now flex the foot and pull that straight leg up. 1 more breath. And then change legs. Bend the left knee into the heart. Straighten the right. Flex the foot. Nice stretch in the morning. Point the toes. And circles with the ankles. 3 times in one direction. And then 3 times in the other direction. Back to pointing the toes. Reach the leg long all the way down to the floor. The first time the heel will touch. Stretch through that leg. And then flex the foot. And bring the leg strongly back up, squeezing the muscles to the bone. Point the toes. Stretch out long as you lower that leg slowly to the floor. This time hover, don't let the heel touch. Pull the knee in actively. Stretch through that long straight leg through the toes. The leg is hovering over the floor. Flex the foot all the way up. Bend both knees into the body and rock from side to side. Long deep breaths. Good, and then roll forward and back. Forward, when you come forward, don't let your feet touch. And roll back. Forward, tuck your belly in. And roll back. Forward. Don't let your feet touch. One more time. Forward. This time we're going to roll all the way forward and see if you can come up to standing. Good, maybe we need to try that again. Squat down, grab your knees, slowly drop your touch down, roll back, roll up to stand. Folding over, forward fold. The knees can be softly bent. Your feet are directly underneath your hips, so there's a little bit of space between the feet. Fingertips are on the floor. Bend your knees enough so that you can get your fingertips to the floor. Feel your rib cage or your belly touching the tops of your thighs and shake out your head. Can and low. Yes and no. Good. Looking at your toes, open your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Almost as wide as your mat, but not quite. And then bend your right knee, straighten your left. And fold towards that right knee. So, two things happening here. Long left leg, opening up the back of the leg, the hamstring. Bending in that right knee, deepening those hip flexors. Breathing in to center, both legs straighten. Breathing out, bend your left knee. Keep your right leg nice and straight. Notice if your weight is back in your heels, you want to shift it forward into your toes. This helps with the lengthening of that back leg, deepening of your hip flexors in the left side. One more time on each side. Back to center, both legs straight. Hang out here for a breath. And then bend the right knee. Keep the left leg straight. Weight towards the front of your feet. Long deep breaths as you feel your belly and your rib cage touch your right thigh. Breathing into center, stay here for a breath, both legs are straight. And breathing out to the left. Right leg stays straight, shift your weight towards the front of your feet. Feel your rib cage and your belly on the top of your thigh. Long deep breaths. One more deep breath here. Next breath in, shift to center, both legs straight. The right hand goes to the center of your mat between the pose, and then lift the left arm up. Both legs stay straight. Reach up, try to twist from the upper body. Go back around to center, replace the left and reach the right up. Both legs are straight. Push through your feet. Shift your weight into the front of your toes. If your knees bend slightly, that's okay. Back around to center. Now we're going to bend the right knee. Lift the left arm up. Notice the difference with the right knee bent. You can twist up a little bit more, look into the ceiling. Back around to center, change sides, left hand to the floor, bend the left knee, reach the right arm up. So straight right leg, left knee is bent, reaching up, try to stack the shoulders. One more time on each side, back to center, bend the right knee, reach up with the breath in. Breathe out, stay here. One more breath, breathing in. Breathing out, back to center. Breathing in, bend your left knee, reach up. Straight right leg. Breathing out, stay here. Breathing in. Breathing out, back to center. Both legs are straight. Walk your feet in right underneath your hips. Take your hands to your shin, up. Looking up, halfway lift. Breathing out, take your hands alongside your hips. So you're creating this 90-degree angle with your upper body and your lower body. Shift your weight forward. And slowly press your feet. Coming up to Uttanasana or Tadasana, mountain pose. Notice how you feel. Stay here. Eyes are closed. Breathing in, reaching up, look up. Right hand takes your left wrist and reach over to the left. Press through your feet. Strong hips, hips are facing the front of your mat. Arms are straight, pull. Back up to center. Palms face, look up. Breathing out over to the other side. Right hand grabs your wrist. Reach over to the side. Go back up to center. Palms face. And drop the hands down. Stream up. Tadasana, stay here. One more breath. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, arms to the side. Fold forward, stay halfway. Look down at your toes. Legs are as straight as possible. Push the knees back. Now reach the arms back behind you. Alongside the hips. Tuck your belly in. And slowly fold forward a little bit more. Interlace the fingers behind the back, best as you can. And reach the arms away from the back and over the head. Straight legs, if possible. If it really doesn't feel good, bend your knees, belly towards the top of the thighs. Take the arms over. Breathe. One more breath. And then breathing in, take the hands to the hips, come up, push through your feet, tuck your belly in, come all the way up. Release the hands. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, folding forward. Stop halfway, keep reaching the arms out, shoulder height, like an airplane. Press the knees back, straight legs. Tuck the belly in. And reach the arms back alongside the hips. Spread the fingers. And slowly fold forward. Take the hands down to the floor. You can stay on your fingertips to keep your long legs strong. Maybe you can go to the full palm of the hand or bend your knees to get your hands to the floor. Heels lift, go onto your toes. Try to keep your legs straight and look between your knees. Drop your heels down. Fold forward. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, step your right foot back. And then your left foot back. Plank pose. Tuck your belly in, you're on your toes. Hips are level with the shoulders. Your shoulders are moving forward over the hip creases. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Drop your knees to the floor. Your knees are behind your hips. So they're not right underneath like we do in a typical table. Knees are back. Shoulders move forward. Half chaturanga, bend your elbows down. Stay here. Elbows are level with the rib cage. And then come all the way down. Take your hands as wide as your mat, actually a little bit wider, and go onto your fingertips. Breathe in, coming up. Full cobra with the arms spread. Look up. Breathing out, come all the way down. Breathing in, lifting up. Push into the fingertips. Roll the shoulders back. A lot of work in the back. Breathing out, coming down. One more time, breathing in, coming up. We're going to stay here, breathing out. Right shoulder drops to the floor, drops towards the floor. It won't go all the way down. Back up to center. Long back, heart presses forward. Breathe out, left shoulder towards the floor. Back up to center. Look up. And then all the way down. Chin to the floor, bring your hands back across from your chest. Full palms are making contact with the floor. Press into your toes. Baby cobra. Push up softly. Not a lot of weight in the hands, mostly work in the back. Lift your legs up. Lift your arms back. Breathe. One more breath. Hands come back. Legs drop. Drop all the way down to your chin. Breathe. Good. Let's do that one more time. Baby cobra. Roll your shoulders back. Not a lot of weight in the hands. Legs come up. Squeeze the knees together. Squeeze the feet together. Reach the arms back behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Try to lift up a little bit more. Breathe. One more breath. Hands come down. Legs come down. Turn your toes under. Press your knees down. Come up into your table. And then push back into child's pose. Knees together, feet together. So your belly and your chest are on top of your knees, and you can feel a nice bend and stretch in your lower back. All the way through your shoulders. Arms are active, elbows are off the floor. Breathe. Fingers are strong, they're spreading, creating space between each finger. When your fingers are active, then all the muscles of the arms are active. Breathing in, coming up, arching through your back and coming to your table. So make sure your knees are under your hips, your hands are under your shoulders. Arch up like a cat, pulling your belly in, chin towards your head. Breathing out, drop the belly, roll the shoulders, look up. Breathing out, arching up. Breathing in, looking up. Breathing out. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out to a neutral spine. Turn your toes under, go up into your downward facing dog. Hips lift towards the sky. Legs are straight at first and then bend one knee and then the other, stretching it out. Let your hips rotate. Your bellies twist. As you move side to side. Good, then both legs straight. Straight leg down dog. Press the heels down best as you can. Let's bend both knees together. Feel the top of your rib cage possibly touch the top of your thighs. Tailbone still reaching up. Arms are long and straight. Roll the shoulders away from the ears and then straighten the legs. Bend them. Push the heels down, knees go back. Stepping in your left foot, right leg rises up. One-legged down dog. Rise up onto the toes of that left leg. The heel comes up. And then drop the heel down. Good. Breathing in, reach up. Breathing out, bend your knee, bring it forward. Touch the right elbow. Breathing out, reach it back. Breathing in, reach it forward, cross the body and touch the left elbow. Breathing out, reach up. Breathing in, bring the knee to center as if it would touch the nose and then flex the foot and bring it all the way through to standing. Then step the left foot forward to your Uttanasana standing pose. Legs are straight, fold forward, breathing out. Breathing in, take the arms out to the side, reverse swan dive all the way up. Breathing out, hands to your heart. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, swan dive down, all the way down. Fingertips to the floor, breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, hands to the floor, step the left foot back and then your right foot back. Find your plank. 2 breaths here. 1 more breath. Good. Drop your knees down. They're back behind the hips for an easier half chaturanga. Bend the elbows back. Shoulders move forward. Stop halfway. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back. Knees are on the floor for this first couple times. Breathing out, turn your toes under. Knees lift, moving through your plank. And then hips rise up to your down dog. 5 breaths. Find your alignment. You still need to move. You can bend one knee and then the other. Or keep the legs straight. Be still. Following the breath. Your next 3 breaths. Good. Next breath in, step on your right foot, reach your left leg up, point the toes. Right heel lifts up so you're on the tiptoes of that right standing leg. And then drop the heel down. Bend the knee, bring it in towards your body and tap the left elbow. Breathing out, reaching up. Take a breath in. Breathe out, elbow, knee to the right elbow, touch. Breathing out, reach it up. I'm going to coordinate the breath. I lost it there. So we're going to do it one more time. Breathing out, knee to the left elbow. Breathing in, reach it up. Breathing out, knee to the right elbow. Breathing in, reach it up. Breathing in, knee to your heart. Step it all the way through. To fingertips and step the right leg forward. Fold forward, breathing out. Breathing in, reverse swan dive. Take the arms out to the side, come all the way up. Breathing out, hands to your heart. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, reverse swan dive, or swan dive all the way. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, right leg steps back, and then your left leg finds your plank. On your toes, tap your belly in towards your ribcage. Heart lifting up. Strong arms. Strong women. Strong men. Feels good. Drop your knees to the floor. Make sure they're behind your hips as your shoulders move forward, elbows bend back. Stop as when the elbows get to the ribcage. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Press into your toes, knees come off the floor for a full down dog. Or upward dog. Breathing out, flip over the toes, hips rise up. Downward facing dog, 5 breaths. 4 more breaths. 2. 1. Good. Stepping on the left foot, right leg rises up, point the toes. Left heel rises up, you're on the toes, tiptoes of that left leg, reaching up even more through that left leg. Heel drops down. Bend the knee, breathing out as you touch the right elbow. Breathing in, reach it back. Breathing out, cross over the body, touch the right, left elbow. Breathing in, reach it back. Breathing out, bring it in towards your heart. It's going to touch your nose maybe. And then flex the foot, step it forward. Step the left foot forward, breathing out, forward fold. Breathing in, reverse swan dive. Reach the arms out to the side and reach up. Breathing out, hands here. Breathing in, reach up. Breathing out, swan dive down. Breathing in, looking up. Breathing out, step the left foot back and then the right foot back. Find your plank. Breathing in. Breathing out, knees drop. Shoulders come forward, bend the elbows back. Stay here, half chaturanga. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Knees come off the floor. Push into your toes, roll your shoulders back. Breathing out, roll over your toes. Downward facing dog. Mm. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Stepping in your right foot, left leg rises up, point the toes. Come onto your toes of your right leg, heel rises up. Then the heel drops down. Breathing out, bend your knee, touch the knee to the left. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, bend your knee, cross the body, touch the right elbow. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, bring your knee to center, nose to your knee. Flex the foot, step it all the way through. Step the right foot forward, fold forward. Straight legs. Breathing in, reverse swan back all the way up. Breathing out, hands to your heart. Tadasana, take your arms alongside the body. Roll your shoulders back, heart lift. Notice how you feel, catch your breath. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, reverse swan dive all the way down. Fingertips to the floor, breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, right foot steps back, and then your left foot plank pose, stay here. Full chaturanga to lower, so shoulders move forward, bend your elbows back, stop halfway. Breathing in, flip your feet, roll your shoulders back. Knees are off the floor, stay here. Tuck your belly. Breathing out, flip over the toes. Hips reach up towards the ceiling. Downward facing dog. 3 more breaths. 2, stay active in your down dog, pulling your belly in, pressing your heels down. Good, standing on the left leg, right leg rises up. Open the hips to the right, so the hips stack, almost like triangle hips. Bend the knee, heel comes towards the tush. If you feel up to it this morning, we're going to flip all the way down into wild thing. Bend that standing knee, drop the foot back behind you. Lift the hips up, reach the arm back. Breathe. Back around, hand comes back around to center. Leg reaches up straight up, hips are level. Drop the foot down. Right leg reaches up again. Bend the knee, bring it in towards the elbow, touch. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathe it out, cross the body, touch the left elbow. Breathe in, reach it up. Breathe it out, bring it back to center. Nose towards the knee, flex the foot, step it all the way through. Then your left foot comes forward. Breathing out, folding forward. Breathing in, flying up, reverse swan dive all the way. Breathing out, hands to your heart. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, folding forward. Breathing in, looking up. Breathing out, step your left foot back and then your right foot back. Find your plank. Stay here. Breathing out, full chaturanga. Bend your elbows, shoulders reach forward. Breathing out, upward facing dog. Roll your shoulders back. Stay here for one more breath. Breathing out, roll over your toes. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Standing on your right foot, left leg raises up, one-legged down dog. Point the toes. Now open your hips to the right or to the left. Hip stacks. Then bend your knee, heel towards the tush. Knees rising up towards the heel. You can stay here or flip into wild thing or one-armed wheel. The foot comes all the way down to the floor. Hips rise up, reach the arm over the head. Back around to center, arm comes to the mat first. Then your leg reaches up. One-legged down dog. Bend the knee, bring it into the left elbow. Breathing out. Breathing in, reach it up. Breathe it out, bend the knee, cross the body, tap the right elbow. Breathing in, reach up. Breathing out, bend the knee in towards the heart. Nose towards the knee, flex the foot, step it all the way through. Right leg steps forward, folding forward, breathing out. Breathing in, reverse swan dive, close to your feet, come all the way up. Breathing out. Drop your hands, savasana, roll your shoulders back. Catch your breath. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, hands come to your heart. Right knee lifts up. Point the toes. Find your balance, gaze is looking down at the floor. Part of your balance is where you're looking. Look in front of you and down towards the floor. Focus is here, tuck your belly in. Point your toes. Now reach it back, warrior 3. Folding at the hips. Bend the knee, rib cage touches, bend that standing leg, and then step it back. Warrior 1, you might have to scoot your front foot forward a little bit. Knees right over the ankle. Reach the arms up, warrior 1. Biceps are alongside the ears. Palms can touch and the fingers can interlace slightly to help pull the arms back. Bend the knee a little bit deeper. Press into that back edge of your foot to make the leg straight and longer. One more breath. Bring your hands to your heart. Just try it. Lean the weight forward. Step it up into warrior 3. Just try. And then step it back. Warrior 1. Reach the arms up. Gonna try that one more time. Bring your hands to your heart. Lean forward, weight shifts forward. Back leg lifts. Warrior 3. Standing leg is straight. And then bend the standing leg, step it back. Warrior 1. Yeah, warrior 2. Open the arms. Feels easy now. Knee right over the ankle. Straight, stand straight. Right leg. Look over the front fingertips. Close your eyes. Let's take 3 breaths here. The arms are strong, but the shoulders are relaxed. They're not squeezing up around the ears. Relax your face. Good. Straighten the leg, reach forward, come into your triangle. Drop the bottom hand down. Inside the foot, reach the top arm up, shoulders down. Both legs are straight. Breathe. Half bind with that top arm, wrap it around the back. Fingertips find the inside of the thigh. Left peace fingers grab the big toe if your fingers are all the way to the floor. If not, you can just have your hand on your shin. Breathe. One more breath. Roll the shoulder up towards the ceiling. Look up. Unwrap that top right arm. Reach it up. Press into your feet. Come up. Warrior 2, bend the front knee. Warrior 1, take the arms back. Biceps alongside the ears, facing the front of your mat. Take your hands down, drag that back foot forward, shift the weight. Warrior 3. And then start to stand, but keep that right leg hovering next to the left. And then reach it all the way up. And down, hover. And up. And hover. Down. Yeah. Drop your hands. Woohoo, feel good. Tadasana, roll your shoulders back, heart lifts. Find your breath, close your eyes for a moment. Feel your body. This is Ananda, this is when you feel good. Ananda translates to bliss. All the circulation is moving through the body, breath is strong. You feel your body, really feel it. Other side, breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, take your hands to your heart. Left knee rises up. Point the left toes. Looking at the floor in front of you. Tuck your belly in. Breathing out, reach it back. Warrior 3. Standing leg is strong and straight. Lifted leg, you're pointing the toes. Squeezing the muscles to the bone. Bend the standing knee. Rib cage touches. And then step the back foot down. Find your warrior 2 maybe, or warrior 1 maybe. The front foot has to scoot forward a little bit. Reach the arms up, biceps alongside the ears. Palms touch, fingertips interlace. Pull your arms back. Press into the back edge of that back foot to really straighten the leg. Lifting the knee up towards the ceiling. Front knee bends. Look up. Warrior 1. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more breath. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Take your hands to your heart. Slide that back foot forward. Shift your weight forward and then the back leg lifts. Warrior 3. Standing straight leg. Breathing out. Gracefully step it back. Warrior 1. Good. Do that one more time. Hands to your heart. Shift the weight forward. Back foot slides forward. And then up. Warrior 3. Warrior 1. Yeah. Warrior 2. Good. Check in with your alignment. Look down. Make sure you see your big toe. Knee is right over the ankle. Arms are shoulder height. Spread the fingers. Back leg is strong and straight. Really lifting through that inner thigh. Close your eyes. Look over your front fingertips. Breathe. Good, straighten the leg, shift the hips back, reach forward. Bottom hand drops inside the front ankle, reach the left arm up. Breathe into your triangle, heart lifting up, look up into the fingertips. And then half bind, reach the arm around the back fingertips to the inside of that right thigh. And then if you choose, your hand can either be on your shin or peace fingers wrap around the big toe. Breathe. Roll the shoulder up, lift the heart towards the ceiling, look up. Release the half bind, reach the top arm up, and come up, push into your feet. Come all the way up, warrior two, bend the knee right over the ankle. Step this back foot forward a little bit because you get a little bit long, and then go find your warrior one. Hips face in front of the room, arms are alongside the ears. Bring the hands down to the heart, shift the weight forward, drag that back foot, and come into your warrior three. Breathe. Breathing in, standing up, keep that left leg hovering. And reach it forward, straight leg. Foot is flexed. Don't lean back. Breathing out, drop the leg, let it hover. Breathing in, reach it up. Breathe it out, drop it down, and stand. Drop your hands alongside your body, Tadasana. Roll your shoulders back. Tuck your belly in, heart is lifting. Breathing in, reaching. Breathing out, hands come to your heart. Heels rise up, you're on your tiptoes. And you're gonna slowly sit down into a squat. Drop your tush, knees bend, come all the way down. So you're sitting on your calves and your heels. You can find an easy balance here, maybe. Come all the way down. That's the you can take. Okay. Good, now we're gonna go up. Push into your feet, tuck your belly in. Maybe it's a little easier. Reach the arms up. Heels are lifted. Breathing out, hands come to your heart. Don't drop to your heels yet, you're still on your tiptoes. Squatting down, tuck your belly in. Slowly, slowly, coming down. Sitting. Good, and then drop your knees slowly to the floor. Good. You're sitting on your heels, and your toes are turned under. Knees are together, feet are pretty close together. Take your little pinky toe and spread it out so it's not tucked into the next toe, the fourth toe. So you can feel all the toes on the floor. So the weight of the whole body is pressing down into the heels and into the toes. It's a big stretch in the toes. Maybe feel it in your big toe. All your toes stay here. Close your eyes. 3 more breaths. 2. 1. Come up to a tall kneel. Drop your feet to the floor. Give them a little pat on the mat. Right foot steps forward. Good. Take your hands down to either side of the foot and then straighten that right leg into half split or half Vinyasa. So flex the foot. And you can slide the whole leg forward a little bit. Stay onto your fingertips. Sternum and chest are reaching towards the toes as you fold forward with a straight back, best as you can. Breathe. 3 more breaths here. So your right hip is pulling back. And try to fold forward a little bit deeper. Breathing in, looking up, hands are right, dragging in a little bit towards your body. Tuck your belly in, arch into the back, and then lift the leg up, best as you can. Good, and down. Fold over one more time. Let's do that again. Coming up with a straight back, push into your hands, and then tuck your belly in, arch into your back, and pull back a little bit to lift the leg up. And down. Good. Step into the right foot. Come forward. Take your right hand inside your right foot. Bend the back leg and reach around to grab the foot from the ankle. For a quadricep stretch, pulling the foot towards the ankle. But then face the front of your mat. Breathe. Maybe it feels more comfortable to have the right hand on the outside of the right leg. Whatever feels good. Keep the leg bent, step back leg bent, change hands. Left hand comes to the inside of the foot. Right hand reaches. So now there's a twist and still an opening in that hamstring. If it's too much, the hips can rise up and you're just pulling the leg softly. To make it deeper, the hips drop down. Pull the foot with you. Good. Release the foot softly to the floor. Both hands on either side of the foot. Turn the back toes under, knee rises up. Press it back into downward facing dog. Good. Drop to your knees. Coming up to a tall kneel. Knees together, toes together. Sit back on your toes. Stretching out those toes one more time. Release the pinky. Make sure it's not squeezed in there with all the other toes. So you feel every toe on the floor. Roll your shoulders back, tuck your belly in, heart's lifting. You have correct posture here, even if it feels intense in the toes. 3 more breaths. One more breath. Come up to a tall kneel, release the feet. Give them a little pat on the floor. And then left knee comes forward, stepping it forward. Drop the hips down, hands on either side of the foot, and then straighten the leg, half splits. Flex the foot. You can scoot it forward, the whole leg forward. You can be on your fingertips or blocks or cans. And then fold forward from the hips. Heart is moving forward towards the toes. Keep the back long and straight. Then drop the nose towards the knee. Breathe 3 breaths here. Pull that left hip back. Right hip is right over the knee. Breathe. One more breath. Good. Looking up, come onto your fingertips, walk your hands back a little bit towards your knees. Tuck your belly in, arch into your back, and pull back a little bit as you lift the left leg up and down. Fold forward. Breathing in, reaching up. Tuck your belly in, arch back. Pull the whole body back a little bit, leg lifts up. And down. Step into that foot. Come forward into this forward lunge. Hips drop down. Take your left hand inside the left foot. Bend the back knee. Reach for the foot or the ankle with your right hand. And softly pull that leg, that heel towards your toe. If it's too intense, hips can rise up and you're just pulling the heel in. But it takes pressure off the knee if the hips drop forward, and it gives you a greater stretch in front of the leg. Let's change hands, so keep the knee bent. Right hand drops to the floor, left arm reaches around, brings a twist into this hamstring stretch. Roll the shoulder back, look over that left shoulder. Breathe. Drop the foot down, take both hands to either side of the front foot, turn the back toes under knee, rises up, pull it back. Hips up, down, down, straight legs, roll the shoulders back. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Last down dog of the practice. Enjoy it. Shifting your hips forward, coming into your plank. And then bend the elbows lower down into your chaturanga and then all the way down to the floor. Chin on the floor. Reach your arms out, shoulder height. Your chin is on the floor. Wag your hips from side to side. Then bend your right knee, flex the foot. Push the foot up towards the ceiling, then point the toes. Then you're going to shift your foot across the body to the left. Toes come to the floor. Knee rises up. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, and then it goes back. Maybe it'll find the ankle or the foot. That ankle or foot can hop up into the hand and then pull it back down. Don't shift that back arm. You want it to be reaching out, shoulder height, because it gives you a big, beautiful shoulder stretch. Breathe. One more breath. Release the foot. Bring the right arm back around to center. Grabbing the mat. Shift the hips back to center. Keep that right leg up. Flex the foot. Push it up. Then straighten, point the toes. And lower it down. Reach the right arm out, shoulder height. You're on your chin. Breathe. Other side, bend the left knee, flex the foot, push the foot up there. Towards the ceiling, now point the toes and shift the foot over to the right. Left arm reaches up and reaches back. You can hop that left foot or ankle into the hand and then try to take the foot back down. That right arm is just reaching out from the shoulder. Don't move it. It's kind of an intense shoulder stretch. Breathe. One more breath. Reach the left arm up, back around to your mat. Shift the hips back to center. Keep that left knee bent, flex the foot, reach it up. Straighten it out, point the toes. Bring it down. Reach the left arm out. Rest on the side of your face, on the right side of your face or left, it doesn't matter. Breathe. Feel your back. Then take your hands and stack them one on top of each other and take your forehead to the tops of your hands. So your bony fingers should be on the forehead and right over the brow. And you're going to rock your head slowly, really slowly, from side to side. So you feel the bones of your fingers putting pressure on the bones of your brow, your eyebrows, your forehead, your sinuses. So at any point when you start to roll and you feel a lot of pressure, tension, or intensity in one spot of the brow, stay there and try to work it out. Breathe. So typically there's a lot of pressure right over the sinuses or the middle of the brow. So try to slow down on that spot and see if it feels like you need to stay there and hang out a little bit more to release the pressure. And then finish one more cycle, full rock from one side to the other. No more pausing, just give a nice massage, even and flow. And then come back to center. Reach the arms out alongside your ears. Go to the chin. And then roll onto your back. Keeping your arms reaching alongside the ears. Point the toes, point the fingertips. Stretch through the belly. And then slide your feet in towards your hips. Hug your knees in. And take your knees over to the left for your twist. Keep the left hand on the knees, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling, and then move from the shoulder, drop from the shoulder onto the floor to the right. Look over the right arm. Take 2 breaths here. Release the left arm to the floor. Bring both knees back up to center and over to the right. Right hand pulls the knees down. Left arm reaches up first and then move from the shoulder, taking the shoulder down and then the arm. Look over into the left side of the body, and the left fingertips. Close the eyes. Take 2 more breaths here. One more breath. Good. And release the hand down to the floor. Bring the knees back to center. Hug the knees into the body. And then drop your feet to the floor, extend the legs out into Shavasana. Good. So a 3-minute or so meditation. Get your sweater on, blanket on, pillow under your head if you need to. Roll your shoulders back, drop them towards the mat. Lengthen the back of the neck by pulling the head up a little bit and taking the chin towards the chest. And then drop the head back down to lengthen the neck. It's closing off the throat. So we're going to start in the tips of our toes. So imagine that your breath goes all the way down to the tips of your toes. And can you feel each toe, the big toe, the second toe, the third, fourth, and the final pinky toe. And with your next breath out, notice how they each have their own individual feeling. You can feel each one of them. And allow them to drop to the side, taking the foot with it. And the foot relaxes and opens up more to the side. Feel the inside of your foot, the inside of your ankle. Notice the feelings in the foot and the ankle. And with your next breath out, relax any tension. Let the muscles stretch away from the bones and relax. Moving up the calves, the back of the legs, notice how they're touching the floor. Is there more weight in the center of the calf or maybe on the sides? Is there more weight on your right muscle or your left? And with your next breath out, letting go of any feelings in the muscles of the back of the leg. Letting the muscles stretch and drop down away from the bone as if they're melting into the floor beneath you. Moving up to the back of the knee. And with your next breath out, allowing the back of the knee to open up and create more space. There's an opening here, a joint. We want this place to be open, strong, but able to release tension. Moving up the back of the leg, feel where that large quadricep muscle touches the floor, or maybe it doesn't touch the floor. The weight is mostly in the calves and the buttocks, and the quadricep is softly hovering over the floor. Breathing out, let the muscles relax and drip away from the bone. The bone becomes heavy, and maybe you can start to feel the support of the floor underneath the heaviness of your legs. Feel your buttocks, your glutes. We hold lots of tension in our glutes because they stabilize us in our standing position. Notice if one side is tighter than the other. The right buttocks sits differently than the left. Do you feel more pressure on the left or the right? Just notice, being aware of how your body holds itself. And with your next breath out, and allow the glutes and the muscles of the buttocks to drip away from the bone and into the support of the mat beneath you. The bones in the hips and the bones in the glutes feel heavy and drop towards the back of the body. Moving up the back, there's a nice arch in the lower back so it doesn't touch the floor. The mid back is supported by the floor. Notice if there's more weight on the right mid back or the left. This is the back of your rib cage. It's heavy. The entire rib cage is one of the heaviest bone structures of the body. It moves together. So with your next breath out, allow the bones to feel heavy and drop into the back body, fully supported by the mat. The earth is holding you. And this cavity of your rib cage holding all your internal organs, allow them to drop back, supported by the bones, supported by the back body and the earth underneath you. Feel your shoulder blades. Is there more weight on the right or the left? Roll your shoulders back and let them drop deeper into the earth. The bones feel heavy. The muscles are soft. And they drip into the floor, melting away from the bone. Moving up the neck with each breath out. Allow the muscles to softly drip away from the bone and into the floor. The throat opens up and creates more space for breath, more space for expression. Moving up into the base of the skull, notice where the back of your head touches. Is there more weight on the right or the left? There's a thin layer of muscles around the skull. This is where they can become tight with tension, anxiety, or too much focus on the mental body. Allow this connective tissue, this soft, thin tissue, to stretch and open with each breath. Like you're breathing into your scalp and into your skull. And with each breath, the muscle stretches and relaxes, releasing any tension in the head, any holding in these muscle tissue. The eyes drop back into the skull. The nose and the sinuses open up with each breath in. The tongue is soft and floating in the mouth. Your focus is on your third eye, just behind the eyebrows. Like there's a theater behind your forehead, and the screen is dark and black. And then it becomes white with light. And allow that white light to move from your forehead into your throat, down into your heart, down into your belly, down into your bone, and all the way down through your feet. Three more deep breaths here. With your next breath in, bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor. Stretch your arms alongside your ears, biceps alongside your ears. Reach through your fingertips. And then roll onto your right side. Let your head rest on your right arm. Keeping your arms overhead. Roll to the right or to the left. Stay here for one more breath. And then slowly come up to sitting. Tuck your belly in. Roll your shoulders back. Bring your hands to your heart and Namaste Mudra. Or over your heart, bow your head. Give one more moment to be thankful for you, your body, your health, your strength, and your weaknesses, leaving you room to grow and become more, become your best. Being thankful for yoga and what it does for you, creating strength and emotional wellness. Thank you for teachers and for students. Namaste. Shalom. See you next time. Love you guys.